Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I think I avoided submission this time. And I hope this helps you possibly avoid submission in the future.
So, here we go, let's get this started.
Okay, the last 2 times that I applied, both times I took a long time filling out my application because I wanted to make sure everything was perfect, exactly how I wanted it. And yeah, so I took a long time filling it out. And this time I took the 10 to 15 minutes that it says in the beginning before you fill out your application that it should take you. I know the application isn't like specifically timed or anything, but it does say that this application should take you 10 to 15 minutes to complete, approximately. And I think people just think like, okay, that's, you know, that's just them saying that's how long it's gonna take. But what I think is it plays into your application. I may be wrong, but I'm just saying I changed that drastically and I avoided submission. So that may help you. I never really thought about that too much before, but I think, you know, that might be solid advice to possibly avoid submission. So just fill it out quickly, but make sure you have everything in there correctly. You're filling it out to the best of your ability too. This time around, I filled out all of the questions that they asked me. I filled up all of the 5 job experiences spots, and I changed what my job experiences were. I switched them around. Basically, what I filled out was 3 jobs that I've done, and I changed it for my last 3. My last 3 that I put, I believe, were a job that I did working for my grandpa, and then I babysat, and then I also work at an assisted living. And this time around, I put, again, working with my grandpa, and then where I work now, the assisted living, but I changed the skills around more, so the skills that I did learn there could apply to Disney. And I think I filled those out way better than the other 2 times. Because the other 2 times, I really didn't change my application much at all. So this time, I did. And then I also added photography for my job experience because
Yeah, I love photography.
I do photography. So I also, for the other 2 slots, because you can fill up to 5 spots for job applications, I put clubs that I was in school and I held positions for. So I was in the National Honor Society and I was the historian for that. And there was a lot of photography stuff involved in that, of course. So I also, my other club was yearbook, and that had a lot of stuff with photography too. And I was an assistant for that. So yeah, so I filled out all of that and I made sure skills directed, you know, specifically to the roles. And I think that also helped me avoid submission. Another thing that I did differently was I set up a LinkedIn account and I kind of tied it to the Disney page because I signed in through that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it too, but yeah, I did that. So maybe make a LinkedIn page and fill out all your stuff that way too. Like I said before, it's best to fill out applications completely. It's just a common fact. When you're applying for a job, fill it out completely. If it asks for your GPA, put in your GPA. It shows that you know about yourself. Even if your GPA isn't that good, Disney doesn't give us a specific GPA that they're looking for. So as long as you have something in there, I think that looks better than leaving it blank. This time around, I applied on the first day. The other 2 times, I waited a week or so. So I know a lot of people did get placed into submission, but honestly, I really don't think the day probably has much to do with it. It's all about how long it takes, I think, and what's in your application. And, you know, I'm not Disney, so I'm not saying what I'm saying is exactly true. I'm just saying the changes I made and the changes of my status in the application process. If you're watching this, I hope it helps you and hopefully maybe helps you avoid submission in the future if you aren't in it now. And if you're in it now, I hope you apply again and avoid submission, because I'm telling you, do not give up. Because even if I don't get in, at least I got further than I have before. And that's kind of a little victory in itself. Oh, another thing that I was gonna say, you can fill out your job experiences, your school, and your GPA ahead of time, because Disney redid the whole site for your dashboard and such. So there's a spot to fill out stuff on your resume for your job experiences, skills, descriptions for them, and your years that you worked there for them. And then they also have a spot to fill out a cover letter too, which didn't go into the application, but your job experiences that are on your resume that you fill out on Disney's site transfer to your application. And I didn't do that before. I don't know if that was available before, but I highly recommend doing that this time around, because that really cut down time on the application. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best of luck. And if you're in submission now, I wish you best wishes to get pulled out or go to auditions and get pulled out that way. And I also, if you don't get in, I hope you reapply.
Cause it's magical, it's Disney. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a magical day.
Thanks for watching, guys.